So I am Tarnem Afify. I am studying Master of Management in AI at Schulich School of Business. I'm also the Vector Institute scholarship recipient, the scholarship in AI. And I'll be working with Vector next semester as an AI project manager. I'm also York University's top 30 under 30 change maker. 30 under 30 change maker is given to an alumni who has made a huge impact on the York community through the years of study and also after graduation. So while I was an undergraduate student at York University studying biophysics, I came up with a society, a student society. And the student society was advocating for equal opportunities and accessible education, especially for women in physics and underrepresented communities. This society has done so great, so well. It brought in revolutionary ideas and had impacts on the lives of so many, to the point that York University gave me the silver medal when I was graduating from the Faculty of Science and then gave me the honor of being one of its top 30 under 30. So I've always, loved business, the corporate world, the fancy high-rising buildings and the people wearing suits and walking around. That field always looked shiny to me, but I've always loved science. I really liked science, especially math and physics, those logical concepts and whatnot. So after high school, I knew at the back of my mind that I want to end up in business someday, sometime. But I also wanted to kind of richen my knowledge and richen my studies. So I chose integrated science at York for first year. It's a first year program that kind of teaches you all of the sciences and the integration between them. And then after then you kind of decide on a specialty. I loved it. And afterwards, I decided on biophysics because, it was rich in both biology and physics. And then I continued with biophysics. And then when the years of graduations kind of arrived, I started looking at the options available. I actually considered medicine for some times, but then felt it's, I want to go to medicine to end up, do a combination of medicine and business, but then it felt like it's not where I want to go. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's actually time to go for that shiny world that I've always seen as a very nice place to be at. So then I found the MMAI program at Schulich, and I applied and I got accepted right away, and I was so excited about it. So what I liked the most about it, a couple of things. The first thing is that it was heavy on the technicalities, but it was also had that business aspects attached to it. So it was the combination of both, because some other programs, if you go to a business school, might not teach you the very heavy, dense details of the subject that you want to work with later on in your career. So that was one big thing. And then the other thing, of course, is like Schulich and it being #1 in Canada and all of the networks it has. So it gives a quite rich experience to be here at Schulich. So I think it's important to have a mathematic background, like a background in mathematics and statistics and technology and maybe computer science before you come here. Like I have friends who came from like pure business with no background, but I think to get the full experience, come from a science background. If you're coming from a pure business background, then I think the MBAN, which is the business analytics program, might be more suitable. You might find yourself more there. But my friend is a pure business background. She's doing great. She's awesome. She knows how to ask the right questions. She knows what extra material she needs to look at, how to fill the gaps. But yeah, if you're not coming from a science background, maybe consider the analytics program over the AI. Yeah, no, I think it's the amount of work that you have to do for the master itself in terms of studying is the right amount. It's not too little that you feel like you're not learning, and it's not too much that you're not given a chance to do other of the things that gives you a full business school experience. So yes, and in fact, I actually find the master to be easier than my undergrad. I think because the professors know that you're at a master's stage, you're kind of given maybe in your undergrad you kind of like maybe focus more on the theoretical aspects of things. You're given overwhelming amount of studying material. I don't know, maybe it was just my experience, but I feel that the program is designed with the consideration to give you opportunity to either like work on the side or join, clubs and networking and like go to networking events and practice being in the business field. Yeah. So two courses, like the 5 courses that I had this semester are great, but the two big courses that I really liked them was like the AI fundamentals, of course, because it's the core of the program, and also the case analysis and presentation skills course. Because I've never done business case analysis before, so it was a nice business knowledge being presented in that program. I learned a lot about companies and their strategies and like problems that they face, and I also practiced my presentation skills and how to speak very professionally. The other courses that I'm looking forward to next semester are also the continuation of the AI fundamentals, as well as the natural language processing course, because it's my internship is a lot about text, like speech to text transformation and whatnot. So the natural language processing is going to also be focusing on like the speech to text translation transformation, like how you can apply AI to get spoken words into text. So I'm looking forward to that course as well. Yeah, the one big assumption that I had was that AI is about just, that one type of uh, position or career that you get after you graduate, which is like a data scientist. And then that data scientist is supposed to be doing all of the work that goes into AI in terms of like caring about the business aspects of things and also like building the machine learning models themselves. But after I joined the program, I saw the mosaic of the team. I saw that wait a second, the field of AI is actually broken into multiple pieces, and like there are people playing different roles at each one of these pieces. You can find like the business analysts or the people who are more on the business side of things, and then you can find the data scientists who are kind of bridging the business analysts and business people to the computational aspects of things. And there's also the data architect and data engineers who are building those models and like diving deeper and deeper in the technicalities and the details. So yeah, so that is one thing that I've learned. And yeah, and I want to say that I've learned lots of things being here at Schulich. It's just the moment that you walk into the building, you find like a big world and people talking about different things, and it's quite inspiring. Well, it's kind of a lesson that I have been living. It's a concept that I've been living with a long time ago, but maybe I got to maybe I got to kind of be closer to it here at Schulich, which is always to keep an open MMAI, and always it's nice to have a very detailed plan for what you want to do and where you want to be at. But you know what? Keep an eye open because you don't know what are the opportunities available to you. And as you grow, as you take a further step forward, the more doors will open, the more opportunities will represent themselves. So always keep an eye out, always look for opportunities. Yeah, because you never know what is out there actually. Yeah, I want to be working at corporate Canada, the heart of corporate Canada, which is downtown Toronto, with the top companies in the world. Yeah, so I am building my portfolio and working towards that goal step by step. Yeah, and my favorite culture ever. I mean, I am someone who loves diversity, who loves being in a place where I see people coming from all different parts of the world. And this is why I felt York University was like a true representation of myself when I was in my undergraduate years, because York is all about diverse communities, diverse mindsets, diverse perspectives. Um, so what Schulich brings more to the table is that it brings you opportunities to interact with people who have just arrived from, like, with international students, with lots of international students. And they are people who have worked in the field for some time. So they have lots of life lessons to learn from. So it's rich. That what Schulich provides you is a lot to pick from and learn from. Yeah, different people from different countries, different people from different walks of life with different professional backgrounds, and different people at different stages in their career with different ages. So it's quite rich and vivid. So it's a continuation of the same theme of diversity, and add to that that it's the capital of corporate Canada. So where like the top companies in the world exist. So if you want to get inspired after a lecture, just take some of your friends and be like, oh, let's go walk at the financial district downtown beside, you know, the Google's office and the LinkedIn office, and then some other cool companies down there. So it's like, you know, if you want to say Schulich is like being the diverse business number one business school in Canada, and then Toronto is kind of complements that with being even like more rich in culture, traditions, history, ideas, and also being, you know, a leader in the business world. Come to Schulich because it has a very rich network. It's going to connect you with lots of opportunities with big names in the in all of the industries that you're interested in. And also its alumni have accomplished great things. So being a Schulich student, you have access to a lot of things, to a lot of valuable and high quality opportunities that will for sure get you far throughout your journey, and get you far also after you graduate. So also one big thing about Schulich, and one big thing that I really like about my experience is interacting with the professors, because the professors who teach you at Schulich are not just some of them are full-time professors focusing on the academia and the academic aspects of things, but some others, like say half of them, are people who are actually working full-time in big companies, and they come to teach you that one course you're going to take throughout your master's. So just having access to them, talking about what they have went through to get to where they are right now, and just talking about the advices and hearing what they expect to see from like you after you graduate and how you can get there. So the instructors at Schulich are great people, and they're people that you can relate to. They're not just like, you know, people focused on the academic aspects of things.